Bay Area lawyers are sounding the alarm after President Trump zeroes in on a new target: big law firms that have wronged him or his causes in the past. He recently signed executive orders to punish certain private firms, threatening to strip away their access to government buildings. To stay on the president's good side, 9 major law firms, including some of the offices right here in the Bay Area, have struck deals, agreeing to provide hundreds of millions of dollars in free legal work to the administration for causes that the president supports. But some in the law community call this move dangerous, even a threat to democracy. As Lauren Toms shows us, a retired civil rights lawyer is among those fighting back.
Getting lots of thumbs up, and a lot of people will glance and look away, and I go, what are you afraid of?
Kerry Goff isn't afraid of stirring up conversation as he quietly protests law firms that have cut deals with the Trump administration to avoid sanctions.
They've sold out democracy. They've sold out their oath of office to defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
A retired civil rights attorney of 42 years, Kerry says he feels an obligation to speak out against the big law firms that have agreed to provide pro bono work on causes that align with the White House agenda in order to avoid federal penalties. He also says he has empathy for the employees of those firms who may be at odds with the decision.
They've betrayed the Constitution, they've betrayed democracy, but they've also betrayed these associates who've taken these jobs.
On any given day, Kerry changes his sign to call out the firm he's protesting.
And thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
One local law firm has been outspoken, backing those firms that have been hit with sanctions.
We all thought this was really alarming. Clearly, retribution against people who had differing views or were representing clients with differing views.
Bob Van Nest, partner at Kecker Van Nest and Peters law firm, was among the first of nearly 500 firms to publicly back those targeted by the White House. It's a move that could put his firm squarely against the president. He says he's not worried about the consequences, but is concerned about the implications of the executive orders on firms that represent the president's political opponents.
And these letters were directly intended by the Trump administration to curtail that and to basically intimidate, to cow lawyers into staying away from that kind of work.
UC law professor Matthew Cole says the agreements between the Trump administration and law firms are legal.
Is the substance of the agreement, which the law firms say, well, we'll do pro bono work for the federal government and we'll make some changes to what our hiring practices are. There's no reason why the law firms can't agree to that.
But that the executive orders issued by President Trump are unconstitutional.
There's just no colorable claim I can think of that there's anything in the Constitution or a law passed by Congress that authorizes this. So it's just it's lawless out of the box. No authority to do it.
For Kerry and his one-man protest, he says the least he can do is speak out.
They take that oath. They're not defending it. They betrayed it.
An oath Kerry still holds dear in his beliefs on the rule of law.
So we've reached out to one of the law firms that reached deals with the White House for comment, but have not heard back. President Trump suggested this week that the cooperating firms could be called on to work on negotiating trade deals, among other things. But the exact scope of it is still unknown.